Pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Indiana Pacers against the New York Knicks. For New York, they've won 8 of their last 10, looking really strong. They've got to be pleased. Well, the Pacers certainly have the defensive side of the game down pat. Very strong defense for them for several seasons running. The problem, Shaq, the offense. How do they make
Well, they don't have the personnel
most
to
of their
get out and run,
possessions?
so they need to be very smart, especially when they slow it down. They have to minimize turnovers.
Well, to me, they're better at threes, so they got to give themselves credit for that. But I'd like to see them spread teams out just a little bit more.
And right now, the tip-off approaches, and Kevin Harlan is standing by.
Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. Joining the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Well, it was the Indiana Pacers. A new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Hill. Hill comes in for Lavoy Allen. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Ellis. Young is subbed in for Augustine. And a new group in for the Knicks. Larry Sanders is checked in for Lopez. Porzingis comes in for Josh Smith. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And Easy Breezy subbed in for Grant. And New York, looking at who they've got. Easy Breezy in at point guard. Sanders is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Anthony, and it's Barbosa in a shooting guard. They set the pick. Hill has the open look. And a miss there on the triple. New York's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And Anthony gets it to go.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Young pass to Miles. Pass to George. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. George has got his second basket of the night.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Pick up by Hill. The shot by George, wide open. Offensive rebound. And the basket by Hill.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Out to Anthony. There's the screen. Drops in the tray. Anthony's got 5 points so far. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And Young kicks to Turner. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. He's averaging about 19 points per, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, and anytime this club needs a bucket, he's their go-to. Just irrepressible and a prolific scorer.
Williams, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Shots good from Easy Breezy.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
Hill dishes to Turner. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The Pacers shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
It's off his leg. And the official saying it was kicked. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the first. Offensive rebound. Williams with a clean look. Had the space there, but it's offline.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Here's George. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Pistons in Detroit.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
It's a tie. And talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hit.
I think I had that all my life.
And Monte Ellis is still trying. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Hill. Paul George comes in for Solomon Hill. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Ellis. Young is subbed in for Augustine. C.J. Miles and Paul George are the wingmen. Lavoy Allen out there with Turner. And it's Young in at the one spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. George with the bucket.
That's a nice drive there, Kevin. He beat the lone defender and was wide open under the hoop.
Easy breezy passes to Sanders. With the fadeaway. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And that's now 6 points for Freak. Now Young. He dishes it to George. Six on the shot clock. He feeds it to Allen. Can't get it to go. Now the Knicks take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And Turner kicks to Young. On the wing, Turner. Sanders covering. Back to Young. There's the double team with Barbosa. Allen up top. They get it again. And it's Miles missing.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Steps back and shoots. No good from Easy Breezy.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Here is Miles, covered by Barbosa. This is to George. And he goes in for the dunk.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Easy breezy passes to Carmelo.
Melo having a terrific game. He has 8 points. He's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the evening. First one falls for him. And Anthony drops them both. 36 seconds left to play here in the half. And here's George. 8 points for him. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And now running up the court, Barbosa pushing it up. That gives them the lead. That's 12 points for Carmelo Anthony.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
Now, here's George. There's the pick. Fires from deep. Drilled it. Fires the clock. Hit all zeros.
Wow, what a clutch shot. He's got nerves.
tonight's ball game on our hands as we get an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Hill. Solomon Hill comes in for Allen. C.J. Miles is checked in for Ellis. Young is subbed in for Augustine. And a new group in for the Knicks. Sanders checked in for Lopez. Porzingis comes in for Smith. Williams, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And Easy Breezy subbed in for Grant. And New York, looking at who they've got. Easy Breezy, he's in at point guard. Derek Williams is out there with Porzingis. Then there's a follow, and it's Sanders in at the 5 down low. They set the pick. Young with no one around. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
Now, here is Young. He's tightly guarded. Hill against Williams. And Young kicks to Hill. 5 on the clock. And here's Miles outside. New York leading by 7. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. No good from Easy Breezy.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, you just can't get anything to go out there.
And here's Miles outside. Here's Turner. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the net.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Good on both.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
New York's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. And it's Sanders, top of the key. Wants to get it to a follow and does. On the wing, Williams. New York moving the ball around. Fires the 3. And he gets it to go. And it's 9 points for Freak.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
The pass to George. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. 1:05 left in the third. Passes it to Easy Breezy. Pulls it up. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Easy Breezy's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Knicks. Young with the ball. Pass to Miles. Hill inside. He's guarded by Williams. That's good.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense, and that's a good strategy when you're on top.
Young outside. This is his first chance at the line tonight. The first free throw is good. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Derek Williams. And so Young nails them both.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
And it's sent back by George. And he gets it to go.
You know, it was a pretty poor display from the field for them in the first half, but they've got the lead, and now the shots are starting to fall.
Yeah, it was a complete brick city in that first, but they've turned it around here in a big way.
Deep 2 from Hill. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
That's one he knows he should have drank.
Stolen by George. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Knicks lead by 8. And time for the short break. And the final period of play just about to start. Pacers trail by 8. We've got LaVoy Allen, DJ Augustine out there with Ellis. Then there's Hill, and it's George in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got his third rebound on the night. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Augustine against Grant. And Augustine kicks to George. Good on the 13-footer. Here's Grant. Pass to Easy Breezy. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Smith right side.
Stick it too much.
Grant outside. Shot clock at 6. Lopez. The rebound by Paul George. Indiana trailing here. Feeds to Augustine. Ellis outside. Allen a screen on Lopez. Augustine dishes to Allen. Outside for George. George missing again.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag.
Outside Anthony. Back to Grant. Now the feed to Lopez. There's the pick. He used that pick just right. Anthony's got the lead up to 10 now for the Knicks.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Smith against Allen. Back to Ellis. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Some good numbers for Ellis. He has 9 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
What a tremendous...
So no problem for New York as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg and